It's around 8:30 in the morning, and it's like Grand Central Station around here. There are so many cars on this street making noise. I'm trying to record within the gaps. Hello everyone, my name is Cherie, and this is my January 2026 wrap-up vlog, where I go over all the media I consumed in the month of January. Now, the bulk of my January had been spent dealing with my mom's car. It had been an fender bender during the holidays, but I just hadn't had time to go to all the places until January. So I spent a lot of time at the DMV, at the car repair place, getting it inspected again. And so basically, the car's fine now. It's re-registered, has new plates and all that, fixed up, looks great. But basically, I didn't have time to finish any books. I didn't read any screenplays, and I didn't watch any series. I did, however, watch some movies. So I'm going to be starting a new category called catch-up films. And these are the movies that I'd heard good things about, didn't see them at the time they were released, and am now just finally getting to them. And that first film is surprising because it is a Pixar film. And I thought I'd seen them all. Turns out I had never seen The Good Dinosaur. It's about a timid dinosaur who gets lost and has to make his way back home with the help of a little human called Spot. Now, the interesting thing is that all the animal characters in the film speak, but the very few human characters that are in it just do like grunts and growls, and they act like dogs. There are some violent scenes, so I'd say this is more of like a PG movie rather than a G movie. But, you know, I thought it was great. Other than that, I mean, I don't know why it would have bombed at the theaters as it supposedly had. But I would recommend The Good Dinosaur from Pixar. And then the second movie I want to recommend is Problemista. This was written by, directed by, and stars Julio Torres, who at one point was a writer on SNL. He did the Papyrus sketch, if you're familiar with that, the Ryan Gosling font sketch that is hilarious. And Problemista is just a fun story about a Salvadoran who is trying to get a work visa so he can stay in New York. And he comes across Tilda Swinton, who is this very bizarre character, and she becomes his sponsor. And I definitely also recommend Problemista. Then on January 22nd, the Oscar nominees were announced, and I had tried to watch a bunch of movies in advance that I thought had a shot. And unfortunately, a lot of the ones that I liked did not actually end up getting nominated. But I want to tell you about these four and recommend them, even though they did not get any Oscar nominations. First up, The Ballad of Wallace Island. This is a British film about a man who lives on an island, wins the lottery, and hires his favorite band to play a concert on the island. Little does the lead singer of the band know that it's a duo thing. He thinks it's a solo show until his ex-bandmate / ex-girlfriend shows up to do the show with him. And this is one of those charming scripts, charming British dramedies that, you know, make you cry, and it's one of those ones you could just rewatch over and over again. It did do well, I think, at the BAFTAs, but I don't think anyone in America saw it, so I definitely recommend The Ballad of Wallace Island. Jay Kelly, which is on Netflix, and this stars George Clooney as an aging actor who is going to be feted, I guess. You know, they're doing like a retrospective / award type thing for him. And he's just contemplating his life and where it's gone. And Adam Sandler plays his manager, who has to keep him on track and get him to the event. And wonderful, wonderful acting by Adam Sandler. I mean, George Clooney's always gorgeous and charismatic, but I think Adam Sandler is really the heart of this piece. Yeah, definitely recommend Jay Kelly. And then we have Nouvelle Vague. This showcases the birth of the French New Wave classic film Breathless. And it's really a behind the scenes kind of look at what it takes to make a no budget indie film and what the director had to go through and all the little creative ways he was able to make that classic French film happen. And I thought it was charming. Again, have no idea why it didn't get any Oscar nominations. I certainly enjoyed it. Also on Netflix. And then the last one, The Phoenician Scheme. This is Wes Anderson's new movie. This might be my favorite Wes Anderson movie. I really loved it. I mean, Grand Budapest Hotel, yeah, that was my favorite. I'd have to watch both of them like back to back now to see which one I like more. But it's Benicio del Toro and just a wonderful cast of characters. Again, definitely recommend The Phoenician Scheme. And now, two movies that did get Oscar nominations that I really enjoyed, that I watched for the first time in January 2026. Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's take on the classic Mary Shelley horror sci-fi novel. Perfect match of director and subject matter. It's on Netflix. Netflix a lot. It's on Netflix, so definitely catch Frankenstein. And finally, one of the best animated feature nominees, Little Amelie. This was so charming, very reminiscent of anime, but it wasn't like Studio Ghibli, but you could definitely feel like the references to that style of animation. A charming film about a girl who lives with her parents in Japan, even though they are from, I think, Denmark or something, and how she just loves the life that she has growing up in Japan, and then is surprised when they have to leave. So this is I think my second favorite animation. I did watch K-Pop Demon Hunters a second time. Really enjoyed that one. I think that will win the Oscar, but Little Amelie is a close second. It's really a wonderful film. And then a couple of other things from January. I did reach out to Harvard. I wanted to see if they were going to add any more to their list and like how they came up with the list. I wanted a little history because I want to make a video about going through the Harvard list. And so just like the background information would be really nice. They didn't answer me, so I think I need to try a different email. I did not work at all on Dumpster Donna. Again, my focus had been on the car. So I need to get back into trying to sell the Dumpster Donna script in February. And there was some, I did pre-production for Project Santa Cruz. I lined the script, I color-coded all the elements, it figured out the eighths. There are 80 scenes in total. And then my cinematographer and I, along with, I'm gonna call him the audio guy because he has microphones, we were testing those. We went out and we did some location scouting because there were a couple places in the script where I wasn't exactly sure where we were gonna shoot, and we figured that out. So I'm gonna end this video with some clips of the location scouting that we did and the microphone testing. So here you go. Is that the Highway 17 bus I'm gonna get? Or is that just a bus to the Highway 17 bus?
No, it's bus 2 to 17.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, right there. See?
Boom! All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.